Welcome to Learn English with Podcast Conversation, Episode 8. I'm thrilled to have you with me today. Get ready for an engaging, fun-filled session where we'll dive into exciting topics, tell funny stories, and learn English together. Make yourself comfortable, and let's get started. Today, we are going to talk about something everyone loves: food. Yes, food. Whether you're a foodie or someone who just loves to eat, this episode is for you. We'll explore different types of food, share some cooking tips, and even learn how to describe food in English. Sounds delicious, right? Let's begin with a simple question. What is your favorite food? Do you like pizza, burgers, sushi, or maybe pasta? My favorite food is pizza. There's something magical about the combination of crispy crust, tangy tomato sauce, gooey cheese, and various toppings. Yum! What about you? Take a moment to think about it. Now, let's learn how to describe food in English. When you talk about food, you can use words that describe its taste, texture, and appearance. Here are some examples. Taste: sweet, salty, sour, bitter, spicy. Texture: crunchy, crispy, soft, chewy, creamy. Appearance: colorful, fresh, golden, juicy, appetizing. Let's practice using these words. Imagine you're eating an apple. How would you describe it? You might say, "This apple is sweet, crunchy, and juicy." Great! Now, let's try describing a piece of chocolate cake. You could say, "This chocolate cake is sweet, soft, and creamy." Fantastic! Have you ever tried cooking? Cooking can be a lot of fun and a great way to learn English. When you follow a recipe, you practice reading and understanding instructions. Plus, you get to enjoy a delicious meal at the end. Let me share a simple recipe with you. Let's make pancakes. Pancake recipe. Ingredients: 1 cup of flour, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of milk, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Instructions: in a large bowl, mix the flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt. In another bowl, whisk the milk, egg, and melted butter. Pour the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients and stir until combined. Heat a non-stick pan over medium heat. Pour a scoop of batter onto the pan. Cook until bubbles form on the surface, then flip and cook until golden brown. Serve with syrup, fruits, or your favorite toppings. Isn't that easy? And the best part is, you get to eat delicious pancakes. Let me tell you a funny cooking story. Once, I decided to bake cookies. I was so excited and followed the recipe step by step. But I made a big mistake. Instead of adding 1 cup of sugar, I added 1 cup of salt. Can you imagine? The cookies looked perfect, but when I took a bite, they were so salty. I couldn't stop laughing. It was a big disaster, but also a funny memory. Let's move on to another exciting topic: hobbies. Do you have a hobby? A hobby is something you do for fun in your free time. Some people like playing sports. Others enjoy painting or playing musical instruments. My hobby is gardening. I love growing flowers and vegetables in my garden. It's relaxing and rewarding to see the plants grow. Let's learn how to talk about hobbies in English. Here are some phrases you can use. I like to. I enjoy. I love. For example, I like to play soccer. I enjoy reading books. I love painting. What about you? What's your hobby? Try using these phrases to describe your hobby. Let's practice together. I like to play soccer. I enjoy reading books. I love painting. Excellent. Let's switch gears and talk about something everyone can relate to: school. Do you remember your school days? School is a place where we learn new things, make friends, and create memories. Let me tell you a funny school story from my childhood. When I was in elementary school, we had a science fair. I decided to build a volcano that erupts. I used baking soda, vinegar, and food coloring for the lava. On the day of the fair, I was so nervous. When it was my turn, I poured the vinegar into the volcano. But instead of a small eruption, it exploded. The lava shot up and covered me and my classmates. Everyone was laughing, including the teachers. It was a mess, but I won first prize for the most exciting experiment. Speaking of school, let's learn some useful phrases you can use in a classroom. Here are a few. Can you help me? If you need assistance. I have a question. When you want to ask something. Can I go to the bathroom? If you need to leave the classroom. Let's practice these phrases. Repeat after me. Can you help me? I have a question. Can I go to the bathroom? Great job. Now, let's talk about books. Do you like reading? Reading books is a fantastic way to improve your English. You can learn new words, see how sentences are structured, and enjoy amazing stories. One of my favorite books is Harry Potter. It's full of adventure, magic, and friendship. What about you? Do you have a favorite book? Here are some tips for reading books to improve your English. Choose a book you enjoy. If you like the story, you'll be more motivated to read. Start with simple books. Children's books or beginner novels are a good choice. Keep a dictionary nearby. If you come across a word you don't know, look it up. Let's practice talking about books. Here are some phrases you can use. My favorite book is. I like to read. This book is about. For example, my favorite book is Harry Potter. I like to read mystery novels. This book is about a young wizard's adventures. Try using these phrases to talk about your favorite book. Let's practice together. My favorite book is Harry Potter. I like to read mystery novels. This book is about a young wizard's adventures. Wonderful. Next, let's explore the world of sports. Do you enjoy playing or watching sports? Sports are a great way to stay active, have fun, and meet new people. Whether you like soccer, basketball, tennis, or swimming, sports can teach you teamwork, discipline, and perseverance. Let me tell you a funny sports story. Once, I joined a soccer team. I was very excited because I had always wanted to play soccer. During our first game, I was so nervous that I kicked the ball into our own goal. Everyone was surprised, and my teammates were laughing. It was embarrassing, but we all had a good laugh about it later. And you know what? It made me practice even harder to improve my skills. Let's learn some useful phrases you can use when talking about sports. I like to play. I enjoy watching. My favorite team is. For example, I like to play soccer. I enjoy watching basketball. My favorite team is the Lakers. What about you? Do you have a favorite sport or team? Let's practice together. I like to play soccer. I enjoy watching basketball. My favorite team is the Lakers. Excellent. Now, let's talk about something that everyone uses every day: technology. Technology is a big part of our lives. We use smartphones, computers, and the internet to communicate, work, and have fun. Let's learn some technology-related vocabulary and phrases. Here are some common technology words. Smartphone, a mobile phone with advanced features. Laptop, a portable computer. Internet, a global network that connects millions of computers. App, a software application, especially for mobile devices. Wi-Fi, a wireless network for connecting devices to the internet. Let's practice using these words in sentences. I use my smartphone to check my email. She bought a new laptop for school. The internet has lots of information. I downloaded a new app for learning English. The cafe has free Wi-Fi. Great job! Now, let me tell you a funny technology story. Once, my friend wanted to show me a cool app on his phone. He said, "This app can do anything." So, I asked him to show me how it works. He opened the app, but instead of showing something impressive, the app crashed and his phone froze. We tried everything to fix it, but nothing worked. In the end, he had to restart his phone. We couldn't stop laughing about how the amazing app failed at the worst moment. Let's switch topics and talk about travel. Traveling is an exciting way to see new places, meet new people, and experience different cultures. Do you like traveling? I love traveling. One of my favorite trips was to Paris. The city is beautiful, and the food is amazing. I visited the Eiffel Tower, walked along the Seine River, and enjoyed delicious pastries at a local bakery. Here are some useful phrases you can use when talking about travel. I want to visit. I have been to. My dream destination is. For example, I want to visit Japan. I have been to Italy. My dream destination is Australia. What about you? Where do you want to travel? Let's practice together. I want to visit Japan. I have been to Italy. My dream destination is Australia. Wonderful! Let me share another funny travel story. Once, I traveled to Spain with my friends. We decided to try some local cuisine and went to a small restaurant. The menu was in Spanish, and we didn't understand much. We saw a dish called pulpo and thought it sounded interesting, so we ordered it. When the dish arrived, we were surprised to see a big octopus on our plates. None of us had ever eaten octopus before, and we weren't sure how to start. We laughed so hard at our confused faces. In the end, we tried it and found it was actually delicious. Next, let's talk about a popular topic, movies and TV shows. Watching movies and TV shows is a great way to relax and learn English. You can hear how people speak, learn new expressions, and enjoy entertaining stories. Do you have a favorite movie or TV show? Here are some phrases you can use to talk about movies and TV shows. My favorite movie is. I like to watch. This show is about. For example, my favorite movie is The Lion King. I like to watch comedy shows. This show is about a group of friends living in New York. What about you? What's your favorite movie or TV show? Let's practice together. My favorite movie is The Lion King. I like to watch comedy shows. This show is about a group of friends living in New York. Great job! Let me tell you a funny movie story. Once, I went to the cinema with my family to watch a new action movie. The theater was dark, and we found our seats. When the movie started, we realized we were in the wrong theater. Instead of an action movie, we were watching a children's cartoon. We were so confused, but we decided to stay and watch the cartoon. It was actually very funny and enjoyable. We laughed a lot and had a great time, even though it wasn't what we expected. Let's learn some useful phrases you can use when watching movies or TV shows. What's your favorite movie? Can you recommend a good show? Have you seen this movie? For example, what's your favorite movie? Can you recommend a good show? Have you seen this movie? Let's practice these phrases. Repeat after me. What's your favorite movie? Can you recommend a good show? Have you seen this movie? Excellent. Now, let's talk about another interesting topic, nature. Nature is all around us, and it's beautiful. Do you enjoy spending time in nature? I love going for walks in the park, hiking in the mountains, and visiting the beach. Nature is a great place to relax and feel peaceful. Here are some words to describe nature. Forest, a large area covered with trees. Beach, the sandy shore of a sea or lake. Mountain, a large, high landform with steep sides. River, a large, flowing body of water. Desert, a dry, sandy area with little rain. Let's practice using these words in sentences. We went hiking in the forest. She loves to sunbathe on the beach. They climbed the mountain. The river flows through the city. The desert is very hot and dry. Great job. Let me tell you a funny nature story. Once, I went camping with my friends in the forest. We set up our tents and started a campfire. Everything was going well until a group of raccoons showed up. They were curious and started sniffing around our food. We tried to shoo them away, but they kept coming back. One raccoon even stole a sandwich from our table. We couldn't stop laughing at their boldness. We learned to keep our food in sealed containers after that. Let's talk about how to protect nature. It's important to take care of our environment. Here are some simple ways you can help. Recycle. Separate your trash into recyclable materials like paper, plastic, and glass. Save water. Turn off the tap when you're brushing your teeth and take shorter showers. Plant trees. Trees help clean the air and provide homes for wildlife. Use reusable bags instead of plastic bags. Use reusable ones when you go shopping. Reduce energy use. Turn off lights and electronics when you're not using them. Let's practice using these phrases. Repeat after me. Recycle paper, plastic, and glass. Turn off the tap when brushing your teeth. Plant trees to help the environment. Use reusable bags for shopping. Turn off lights and electronics when not in use. Excellent. Next, let's explore the world of music. Music is a universal language that brings people together. Do you like listening to music? What's your favorite type of music? I love listening to pop music. It's upbeat and makes me feel happy. Here are some music-related words. Song, a musical composition with lyrics. Album, a collection of songs released together. Band, a group of musicians who play together. Concert, a live performance of music. Lyrics, the words of a song. Let's practice using these words in sentences. This is my favorite song. The band released a new album. We are going to a concert tonight. I love the lyrics of this song. She plays in a band. Great job. Let me tell you a funny music story. Once, I went to a concert with my friends. We were so excited to see our favorite band perform live. When we got there, we realized we had forgotten our tickets at home. We had to rush back, grab the tickets, and hurry back to the concert venue. We arrived just in time for the show. It was a close call, but the concert was amazing, and we had a fantastic time. Let's learn some useful phrases you can use when talking about music. What's your favorite song? Do you play any instruments? Have you been to a concert? For example, what's your favorite song? Do you play any instruments? Have you been to a concert? Let's practice these phrases. Repeat after me. What's your favorite song? Do you play any instruments? Have you been to a concert? Excellent. Before we end today's episode, let's do a quick review. We talked about food, learned how to describe it, and shared a pancake recipe. We discussed hobbies and how to talk about them. We shared funny stories from school and learned useful classroom phrases. We also explored the topics of books, sports, technology, travel, movies and TV shows, nature, and music. You did an amazing job practicing and learning new words and phrases. Thank you so much for joining me today on Learn English with Podcast Conversation, Episode 8. I hope you had a great time and learned something new. Keep practicing, and remember to have fun while learning. See you next time.